Hello everybody, this is Big Boss Calvin 83. Today I want to talk about another controversial subject. And to most people who don't understand the consequences and repercussions of their actions, this video is going to be titled Eye for an Eye. Understanding an eye for an eye. Understanding an eye for an eye. Now, this topic is going to stir up a lot of... It's going to go crazy. You people want to wonder why, when I talk about people who have been victims of mistreatment, injustice, who've been disrespected, encountered rudeness, people being mean to this person has been bullied, and just overall being mistreated and provoked and antagonized to the point where this person snaps and tries to harm this person, or worse, kills this person. And when that person who goes over the edge and kills the person who did them wrong and fucked them over, you wonder why I don't feel bad for the person who's dead, the person who's been harmed, who's been killed. I really don't have no sympathy for them. What do you want me to say? You know, I'm not saying killing people is the right thing to do. But the only time I believe you should kill somebody is in self-defense. Real talk. If somebody attacks you and tries to harm you, you have a right to defend yourself. They're trying to harm you, you have a right to harm them first and kill them first. That's why I believe it. But I'm not saying people who go over the edge and kill people, that is the right thing to do. And that person who's a victim, who, I'm not going to say a victim, they're not really a victim because they brought it on themselves, particularly women. You know, when men go over the edge and kill women because women have been rude to this guy, been mean to this guy, been hurtful to this guy, always taking pleasure hurting this guy's feelings. Nasty, condescending, belligerent, overtly hostile, and a complete bitch to this guy and a bully to this guy, and just flat out rude. And then when the guy snaps and kills her, and let's not forget that this woman has, you have women, period, who are stereotyping men out and treating men like shit and treating men less than human. You know, denying this man a life year after year. You know, the reason why I condone people, you know, getting their wake-up call, or condone people snapping and getting killed, I'm not saying I condone it as the right thing to do, but the only reason why, I'll just finish my sentence. The only reason why you will see me condone such an act is not that I condone such an act, is that I understand why it happens. I sympathize with the person, the real victim. I sympathize with the murderer. You know, it's a crime out of passion. It's a crime of passion. That's what it should be judged as. You have this person being heckled, being disrespected, being a victim of rudeness by the perpetrator, and constant disrespect and abuse, and just bullied constantly, and then humiliated with this to the point where they snap and can't take it anymore. This constant abuse and bullying, and then when that person snaps and lays hands on this person, you know, they get what they deserve. You know, people want to say you shouldn't condone murder. Well, you motherfuckers should never condone people treating another human being like shit. You motherfuckers should stop treating other people like crap. That's real talk. Now, I had an idiot today tell me, well, you shouldn't condone people killing people. Well, you shouldn't. Well, my response is you shouldn't condone people going out their way to treat other people like shit, bully them, harass them, fuck with them, belittle them, and abuse them and attack them. But this person's not supposed to take it. They're supposed to have self-control and suppress their pain, their suffering, and just let the injustice go. Let them get by with injustice. No. That's not okay. You know, you people kill me. You people want to go out your way to treat other people like shit, treat other people the way you don't want to be treated yourself, and then when that person responds, because they're sick and tired of being fucked over and treated like shit, not taken seriously, not being respected as a human being, as a man especially, or as a woman sometimes, and then when that person snaps and harms that person, or worse, kills that person, you want me to feel bad about that person when that person brought it on themselves? It'll be one thing if the person who was a victim of murder was minding their own business, didn't bother nobody, and they got murdered for no reason. I'm against that. That's wrong. But however, when it comes to people who are provoking people, antagonizing people, being mean to people for no fucking reason, hurting them, and hurting their feelings and clowning them constantly and abusing the fuck out of them, you want me to like side with that person and look at them as a victim because they're a victim of murder? Get the fuck out of here. You gotta understand, eye for an eye. If somebody harmed your family member, what would you do? Especially if it was your kid. You would try to kill that motherfucker, especially if they raped your child and killed your child. You would go out, you would take matters into your own hands and do what you have to do. You would take the law into your own hands and kill that motherfucker for harming your family member or harming your kid, if you have kids, or just harming. You would do whatever you have to do to kill that person for fucking with your family or fucking with your friend. But that's okay. But other circumstances, no, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be the better person, especially if you're a man. You're supposed to take the high road. Fuck taking the high road. Fuck with this notion of two wrongs don't make a right. You know what? Sometimes two wrongs do make a right. And what I mean by two wrongs make a right is not that a person who reacts to mistreatment and abuse and getting sick and tired of being hurt and being a victim of being hurt by this fucking bully. Excuse me. Their reaction is understandable. Okay? Most people don't want to admit it, but two wrongs do make a right sometimes, you know. And what I mean by that is not that the person who reacts, who's been antagonized, disrespected, and been used and abused and fucked over, and this person been getting sick and tired of people being mean to that particular individual, is sick and tired of people being mean to them and hurting their feelings and treating them like crap, and then and getting fucked over by them and bullied by them and abused by them. So when that person reacts and has enough, That's a natural reaction. That is the right reaction. The first reaction and the first response is the right response. But society has programmed us to say, no, you should not, you as a man especially, should not think about harming another person who's done harm onto you, who's trying to harm you and try to hurt you, or actually has hurt you. You're not supposed to react. You're supposed to just walk away like it didn't fucking happen. Like, fuck that shit. You got motherfuckers who go out their way to harm other people on a daily basis, but you people don't get upset about that. But when a person decides to react, and I'm not saying it's the right reaction, but they're trying to stand up for themselves because they have taken so much abuse and mistreatment from that person, or just people, period, to the point where they snap. Now you got bloodshed. Why is this happening? You know why? It's because people like us let it happen. You know, there's been times where I felt the same way. You know, people doing me wrong, people hurting me, people that broke my fucking heart. And I wanted to kill that motherfucker, and especially when I killed them bitches for hurting my feelings, for hurting me, treating me bad, lying on me. I really wanted to kill them bitches. And motherfuckers who were bullying me, constantly abusing me and disrespecting me, especially when I was in school, fucking me over. I really wanted to kill them motherfuckers. I know y'all feel the same way. So let's stop being politically correct. Y'all felt like committing bloodshed, committing an act of murder on them. The difference is y'all had the strength. Y'all had the strength to look at the bigger picture. Hey, I don't want to go to jail, but you know what? Sometimes it's worth going to jail for. Not gonna lie to you. Or, you know, I really got my life ahead of me. This person ain't worth killing this motherfucker ain't worth it, because my life's more valuable and I have a brighter future ahead of me. Some people don't think like that, you know. Some people don't think that deep. So, some of us, you know, who felt like, you know, committing bloodshed on other people who wronged us. Now, we all felt like going over the edge and hurting them, killing them. But we didn't, because we were told to go by this moral bullshit, take the high road, and where has it gotten us? No damn where. We were also told that, hey, that low-life piece of shit ain't worth going to jail for. And I'm with you. That people who are low-life pieces of shit ain't worth going to jail for. But sometimes they need to endure some pain and some consequences. We need to get even with them, get back at them. You know what I'm saying? You just can't let them get away with them. You just can't let people, especially women, get away with disrespecting you and doing you wrong and fucking you over and lying on you and abusing you and antagonizing you and provoking you, and just people, period. You know, sometimes you need to let them motherfuckers know that what they did is not okay. I'm not advocating violence. I'm not advocating people go out their way to harm other people. But I understand why it happens. It's the nature of the beast. You cannot have a culture of a world that excuse me, that takes pleasure in hurting other people, treating them like shit, doing them dirty, doing them wrong, and these motherfuckers have the nerve to think that it's okay, and they don't have to deal with no consequences and repercussions for their stupid actions. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. The reason why people snap is because they had enough. And I feel them for it. I feel their pain. But I'm not saying that's the right solution. You know, you got to look at the bigger picture ahead. You got to realize that, hey, this person that hurt me, that person that's abused me, violated me, they ain't worth it. Sometimes you got to look at the bigger picture ahead, but at the same time, that person needs to be checked. They need to endure some consequences. Sometimes you gotta get even at them motherfuckers who did you dirty, who did you wrong, who hurt you, who bullied you, who were mean to you for no fucking reason, who tormented you. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. All I'm going to say is this, people. I believe in an eye for an eye. If you want me to stop condoning murder, and you feel like I'm giving people who murder people a free pass, well, you need to stop giving these idiots who treat people like shit, especially women who are mean to other people for no reason. There's no reason to be mean to somebody. There's no reason to be mean, nasty, and rude, and disrespectful, and condescending, and antagonizing and provoking another person. There's no reason for that. It's unacceptable. There's no reason to go out your way to hurt another human being, lie to them, lie on them, and fuck them over, and treat them like shit, and bully them and abuse them. There's no reason for that. That's unacceptable. We need to stop allowing people to do that. And stop thinking it's okay. It's not okay. These people who do this need to be held accountable. Because if we don't hold them accountable, then you're going to have more bloodshed. If people will stop treating each other like shit for one goddamn minute, then maybe you will cut down murder. You will cut down, the murder rate will go down. But most of you don't want to do that. You say, no, you want to let other people say, well, they have a right to treat you like shit. They have a right to do this and do that to you because you're undesirable. They have the right to label you, stereotype you out, and deny you a life. They have a right to be mean to you and treat you less than a human being. They have a right to abuse you and victimize you, but don't react. The world doesn't work that way. That's not the nature of the beast. If you abuse an animal constantly, and back them up into a corner, that animal's going to attack and fight back and defend itself. People are no different. We're just like animals in a way. Believe it or not. I will stop condoning people getting murdered until you motherfuckers stop condoning people treating other people like shit. Like I said, I don't agree. I'm not advocating violence. I don't agree with people killing people and hurting people and harming people. But I understand why it happens. I sympathize with the killers sometimes, depending on what the situation is. I'm not saying I'm not telling people to go that route. People are going to do what they want to do, regardless. But I'm telling people, stop treating other people like shit. Stop treating people the way you don't want to be treated yourselves. Then maybe we'll end this bloodshed. Maybe bloodshed will stop if you people will stop creating your fucking killers. Stop creating your killers. I will stop condoning people killing other people if you people will stop condoning other people create their own killers. Stop treating people like shit. Stop lying to people. Stop lying on them. Stop playing with their emotions and feelings. Stop abusing them. Stop antagonizing them. Stop being condescending and rude and mean and disrespectful to other people for no reason. Because you think you're better than them. Well, you think you're so better than them, that's why you're dead. It's time for us as people to take personal responsibility for our actions. And understand the way you treat people will dictate if you live or die. It's time to grow the fuck up and get your head out of your ass and stop creating your own fucking killers. Wake up. I'm out of here. Good night. Peace.